Today in astrology, the sun opposes Saturn. Let's talk about what that means. The sun represents our identity, our personal power, and our purpose. It's our consciousness, it's what we're striving for. And Saturn represents structure, order, discipline, commitment, and it can also represent fear and restriction. And opposition is a hard aspect that occurs when two planets are 180 degrees away from each other, and it indicates a push and pull, mostly because we have different energies vying for our attention and we're trying to integrate them, and sometimes we can't. So when you have your identity, your personal power, and your consciousness facing off against fear and restriction in a way that's vying for your attention and makes you go from extreme to extreme, this is going to feel like someone is playing with the dimmer switch that is attached to your inner and outer light. This is going to feel like a time when we're burning brightly and then we feel dim, where we feel confident and then we don't, where we expand and then we contract, and that is totally okay. But this push and pull is exactly what it means to be human, so offer yourself some grace at this time. But here's the lesson in that. The sun opposing Saturn, although it has us feeling a little wonky as it relates to our identity, who we are, our consciousness, and what we're striving for, it teaches us to build the structure and the order and the discipline to ground ourselves in our self worth. This expanding and contracting, as far as our confidence goes, is teaching us, in a way, trial by fire, really, to create our own roots, to really ground ourselves in our self love so that we are unshakable when it comes to the way that we think about ourselves, or when external circumstances don't recognize the worth of who we are. So instead of letting fear get you, instead of letting restriction get you, or the limitations of yourself or other people or situations you're dealing with get to you, figure out ways to cultivate this self love and self sufficiency and security. Really tap into the uniqueness and the specialness of who you are. Look at the contributions that you make to the world simply because you are you. And if you feel like you're not quite there yet, if you feel like you're not shining, if you feel like you're not as important, or living in your truth at this time, what is it that you can do to create a plan, a structure? What organized steps do you need to take to make sure that you can do a little bit of something that will get you there each day? So, whether if you know you're a star and people just don't get it, or they try to contract you or make you smaller, or if you don't feel like you're burning that brightly yourself, the message here is the same. Make sure to love on yourself and to tap into the beauty of who you are.